Heroes versus heroes, villains versus villains. Who's gonna win? Who is on the roster right now, Cornell?
All right. So we're gonna start with the villains first, and
Yes.
let's make this interesting. So I got a whole bunch of villains here. I got a whole bunch of lists of them. Maybe about 20, and then once we get tired of the villains, we go to the heroes.
All
So
right.
actually, no. Let's go the other way around because first I like villains better, to be honest. So let's just save the best for
Yeah,
last.
right?
All right. So who do you think will win? The Wolverine or Captain America?
Hmm.
I kind of feel like Wolverine, but I'm just gonna say mine first. I'll give you some evidence later, but just who do you think is gonna win first, and then you can bring up your points later.
Okay. Well, we have to obviously see their weaknesses and whatnot.
Of course.
Captain America's strengths are, his enhanced perception, which in the comics they say he can see faster, which is stupid.
Or just
Obviously
faster
the
reaction
vibranium
time.
shield. Yeah, faster reaction time,
Okay.
and he can see a speeding bullet and
Mm-hmm.
all that type of stuff.
Oh, that.
He has his vibranium shield, which is stronger than Wolverine's adamantium claws. Assuming you're gonna use his adamantium claws and not his bone claws.
Of course.
He's definitely weaker than Wolverine, and definitely not as fast.
Mm-hmm.
But he does have that intelligence.
Intelligence.
Wolverine, he has a super strength, super speed, super sense of smell. Obviously, his claws, his feral attributes,
Mm-hmm.
his berserker mode, and his weaknesses. Pretty sure he can't swim. Well, I mean, he's got that adamantium skeleton. He's gonna sink.
That is very true. But I mean, actually, no. That is true. That is true.
I mean, isn't that what happened to him in, Days of Future Past or something?
Honestly, I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. But I can see it happening.
Quick question, though. Is this, a sparring match, or is this, a fight to the
No,
death?
this is fight to the death.
Okay.
Yeah, this is no mercy. Just complete fighting. All that they
Oh,
have.
well then automatically Wolverine wins.
That's what I'm saying. Because.
Like,
Okay. Alright. I know Captain America's a future soldier, and he was made for World War II purposes, right?
mhm.
Wolverine. Have you
Was there
seen
for World
him?
War II?
Yeah, he was there. And,
For all of them.
and I feel like the main power that Wolverine has that is really just a deal breaker for a lot of the
Healing
fights.
factor.
Exactly. The fact that he
I don't know
can
why I
heal
didn't
his
mention it.
wounds. That's because you can, completely just decimate Wolverine. Anybody. I don't know. Hulk, Black Panther, Falcon, Cap. Anybody can just decimate him. And he'd come back. Unless you do the actual way of killing him, which is, cutting his body into pieces and putting them really far apart from each other. But if you don't do
What
that...
if he does, lizard type shit?
he just, every piece that you cut off just grows into a new Wolverine, so now there's, 8 of them or
Oh,
something.
God.
Oh, goodness.
And in the comics, he regenerated from just a drop of blood.
Oh, gosh.
And he fought in hell one time. I don't remember against who, but
Hades.
they burned his entire all of his flesh off, and he was just a moving adamantium skeleton.
So just kind of like the end scene of the Terminator, when his freaking flesh was off.
Yeah, like
that. That's all I'm imagining right now, dude. Just the Terminator, just skeleton. Oh my goodness, man. But because I'm sure Wolverine, even though he has his claws, that's an advantage because he's good close range. But the thing is, Captain America has the far range advantage. Because I'm sure that he's given, like how you said, he has a heightened perception, more reaction time. So maybe there's a chance that he can, dodge Wolverine's attacks. And
but he's eventually gonna get tired.
okay, just let me finish first, Anthony. And let me think in my head.
I thought that was your point, so I'm
No, I'm
trying
still
to.
going.
Okay.
But his shield
Sorry.
can. That's alright. His shield can block the adamantium attacks, but Wolverine's just gonna, like how you said, he's just gonna keep going. Captain America's eventually gonna get tired, and maybe, since he's fighting for his life, anything goes. So maybe he could run away. He could hide for a little bit. Plan an attack strategy, because I'm sure, and I don't know if I'm right on this. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Captain America should be smarter than Wolverine, right?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. So Captain America has that advantage as well. So even though Wolverine can regenerate, Captain America does have his smarts. And I feel like maybe that he could plan some kind of ambush on Wolverine. So maybe he can lower him, and if that goes wrong, then I feel like Wolverine will win, to be honest.
If he has access to like, I don't know, like maybe Tony Stark's technology, I feel like Captain America could like uh basically melt Wolverine's brain.
Oh, okay. Let's not give him Iron Man's technology just yet.
I mean, realistically, you don't really need Iron Man's technology, um, because no matter like how powerful a hero or a villain is, even if like they're on the level of like Omni Man or Superman, one thing that like they're invulnerable and everything, but like they can always be taken down by like as they call it sometimes a sonic disruption, which is just like really loud speakers.
Uh
So if Captain America breaks into a Radio Shack or something,
huh. It's already good thing that they don't exist anymore.
I mean he's old. Both of them are.
They're old, but that doesn't mean that they're not fighting in this day and age.
Well, we never specified which timeline this is.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be an excuse for everybody. Because then you're gonna say, "Oh, this in the past, now they're fighting in the future, and then they're fighting in the present."
Like Kratos from the first video game versus the one from the latest one.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Like Kratos has like dismembered gods and all these mythical beasts and everything, but like in the latest game, like they're hunting a deer with his son,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, "Do you think we can take it down?" And like Kratos is just like having a flashback to all of his past conquests, and he's like, "If we can get it off balance, we have a chance." Like, bro, what do you mean?
Oh goodness.
You could gut this thing with your thumb.
Exactly. All right, so okay, maybe Captain America and Wolverine weren't really the best combination. But how about this? Let's just say Wolverine won. So let's just move him on to Wolverine and Deadpool. Who do you think will win?
Deadpool.
Yep, I had a feeling.
What do you think that?
Well, for one, I was kind of like a little bit iffy on who would win because of the regeneration power. But at the same time, I feel like Deadpool will win. And the reason why I thought this was because even though Wolverine is really good at like, hand to hand, because he has freaking claws of adamantium.
Yeah.
But I feel like Deadpool is also, he's good in close quarters and far range because of his weapons. He's like a really good shot. So I mean, maybe, who knows? Maybe Deadpool can like shoot just enough bits of his brain out so he wouldn't be able to compete or compute for a little bit, and then just like ambush him, take his head off, and fly to Africa or something. I don't know.
I mean, you have a point as long as Wolverine doesn't have his adamantium skeleton.
True.
Because like it would give him a concussion and everything, maybe like give him slight amnesia.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he can't remember anything, because he was shot in the head with an adamantium bullet, and you can't recover the signals from your brain.
Yeah.
Because those aren't muscles and stuff. And that's the only disadvantage that I see Deadpool having, is that he still has a, normal calcium skeleton.
He's just a human, but he can just regenerate fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest advantage that I see for him is two, is his unpredictability, and two, he has a sword that like cancels out healing factor.
Okay, so now we're talking.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Deadpool for sure. All right, now let's bring in some people that aren't really known for their superpowers, but just for,
Their intellect.
maybe we'll see. So I was kind of thinking Green Arrow versus Robin, more specifically the Nightwing version.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
It's a good one, actually. Where are they fighting?
Let's just say they're fighting in a populated city.
Okay. Um. Damn. That's a difficult one actually, because they're both very acrobatic. They they have like very high amount of strength, even though they're just like human.
Yeah,
They're very skilled in hand to hand combat. Obviously, um, Green Arrow has the ranged
of
advantage,
course.
and they're both ninjas. Hmm.
Honestly, I'm just as confused as you are. I really don't know.
Honestly,
Because I feel like maybe, because like how you said, Green Arrow, he does have his ranged specialty, and Dick Grayson is more close quarters, but Green Arrow can still use close quarters weapons. He can use his arrow as like a little shank. Or I'm pretty sure his bow is pretty strong too, so he can block Nightwing's attacks with his bow.
okay.
But I feel like Green Arrow has more of a variety of attacks because his arrows aren't just regular arrows. He has explosive arrows. He has other different.
He shoots an atomic arrow at Dick Grayson.
Just
That's an actual thing that he has.
I just hope no one will say it. I feel like Green Arrow would win. Not just because of the atomic arrow, but I feel like he'd win.
Yeah, most likely. But it would be a very close fight.
Yeah, of course. Like dying breath, last thread of their life, and I think at the end Green Arrow would pull it off.
Yeah.
All right. Do one more hero versus hero before you go to villain.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So now let's bring in some of the tough guys. Superman versus the Thunder God Thor. Some big boys. The big boy leagues, huh?
A few years ago, I would have said Thor because Superman is vulnerable to magic, but
Magic.
Thor isn't actually a god. He's just an alien.
Have you seen Infinity War?
Yeah.
That specific type of Thor. That's what I'm saying.
So he has Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
Then most likely Superman.
What was that?
Wait, actually, if we're thinking of Infinity War, he can't use his heat vision on Thor because we saw him take on like practically a supernova.
Mm-hmm. And Thor also doesn't have his hammer anymore.
That's why I was thinking Superman because if if Superman can grab Stormbreaker, since it's not like bound by Odin's, I wouldn't call it a curse, but since it isn't bound by Odin's little to whoever shall hold this hammer shall be worthy of possessing the power of Thor. That means anyone can pick it up.
Yeah.
That's why Thanos was able to like turn it on Thor in Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was losing their mind, by the way, because of that clip. They're like, "Oh my god, this must mean that Thanos is worthy." It's like, no, bitch.
He just has the strength.
Exactly.
No.
Some people were like, "Wait, hang on, he's not worthy. Maybe he was just using the momentum." Like, come on, guys.
Exactly. Are you really that?
If it was Mjolnir, then yeah. But okay, let's look at their attacks.
Uh-huh.
They both have immense amount of strength. They both can fly. This Thor can now harness lightning without a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Thor's thing is lightning for range, and Superman's is heat vision.
But I mean, really, all you have to say is just if Thor somehow gets his hands on kryptonite, then that's game over.
Yeah, but that's like the thought process for like pretty much anyone. Like you could say that, oh, fucking crap. Where am I going with this? Oh, the whole Dick Grayson
Green Arrow.
and yeah, and Green Arrow. What if Green Arrow just decided to grab a gun instead? Like,
No, but I mean, like, not use the kryptonite to just freaking up and kill him. I mean, just use it to weaken him.
I thought these were death battles.
Weaken him with the kryptonite so Thor can, actually do
Okay.
something with his attacks. Instead of just, like, tickling him a little bit.
Actually, I think Thor, because in certain versions, Superman is vulnerable to electricity,
Oh, okay.
and we both know that Mr. Lightning Rod over here is not.
Mr.
And
Lightning
is mythical Lightning Rod.
The living lightning rod. Alright.
Why do I? That has to be a hero.
Yeah, it's Thor.
No, like an actual name and everything.
The lightning rod. I feel like it's Shazam, dude.
Oh, for real?
They should change his name, man. From Shazam to the lightning rod.
No, they already changed it from Captain Marvel.
Oh, man. So we're saying Thor?
Thor.
Thor. Alright. Seems fair enough. Alright. Now we're going to the villains. So, let's just start off kind of small. Villains that don't really have powers, but just kind of use tricks or toys. So let's kind of go with one of the most iconic duos out there. Joker and Harley Quinn.
I feel like Joker.
Really?
Yeah, like Harley Quinn is so strong and everything, but like Joker is just gonna like manipulate her into feeling bad about what she's doing.
That's actually what I was going to say, because
Yeah.
they had like a little bit of a love thing kind of going on. So I feel like at the end, when Harley Quinn just has to like pull the trigger, Joker's going to be like, oh, Harley, look at what all we've been through and all this stuff, and his name is the Joker. So at the end of it, when Harley Quinn decides to like, not do this anymore, Joker's gonna stab her in the back.
Yeah, Harley Quinn is just gonna like drop the gun or the mount and say, "Oh, Mr. J, I'm so sorry."
And then
But
and then she's dead. But okay, let's just say that didn't happen though. Who knows?
Oh, Harley for sure. Like in Injustice, right?
Which one?
I think it was in between for the comics, it was in between. Actually, no, it was the last one. Because like they're like, we didn't get enough for Harley Quinn, so like let's dedicate an entire comic issue to her.
That's pretty
So, yeah, and you know the story of Injustice, right?
Yeah.
Two parallel universes combined together to stop Superman, the regime version.
cool. Yeah.
So Harley Quinn becomes a good guy, and she like
She's under Batman, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of rapey though.
What do you mean?
She hits on Shazam.
How's that rapey though?
He's 10.
That is rapey though.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, because I said how's that rapey. You said the reason, and I said that is rapey.
That's why Shazam's 10.
And I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay, it almost sounds like you're trying to argue, and I'm like, wait, are we breaking up or something?
Is this phone call breaking up? I cannot hear you. Are you really trying to justify? Hang up and call back again, because I am not hearing you correctly.
Nah, but anyway. Actually, does this make it better? She only hits on him in his, Shazam form, not as Billy Batson. It's
I feel like it is,
weird.
because he still has the
Yeah.
mindset of a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
So, I mean, wait, how old is Harley Quinn? She's like 20, 30.
27, I think.
I knew, I was literally about to say 27, but I was like, no, she's gotta be like maybe 30. But,
Oh god, you know what would be weirder?
what?
Because there's two versions of Shazam. There's the Billy Batson one, and there's the one where it's Billy Batson and all his foster brothers and sisters in that one body.
Oh.
Like a superpowered Megazord or something.
Like the Power Rangers when they all fuse together.
Oh, but anyway. So, in the Injustice comics, let's just say, for argument's sake, that Earth 1 is where Superman kills the Joker and completely conquers the world.
Alright.
And Earth 2 is where everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
Like, if you take in comparison that Earth with this Earth, Zod trying to blow up the Earth is a lot better than what the hell Superman did.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, so, obviously, in Earth 1, Joker is dead.
Yep.
And Earth 2 Joker comes to Earth 1. Obviously, they're two different, it's a completely different Joker, but, like, he still goes for Harley, and he takes over the Joker gang that Harley was running, which was actually, like, a good guy front.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you know, they use a lot of violence, so I guess you could say they're anti-heroes.
Alright.
And Harley Quinn beat him within an inch of his life, I think 3 times in the comics.
Damn.
Yeah. But then, you know, he pulled out that emotional manipulation BS and, you know, she kind of lost her upper hand.
Yeah. Harley should just
Actually,
wear,
no.
like, earplugs whenever she's fighting Joker.
I think that's what she... No?
I was gonna say, don't tell me that's actually what she did.
I think she was deafened. Because I think... I feel like I'm making this up at the now. Because my thing is, I think Joker tried to shoot her, but he ended up missing and, you know, just blew out her eardrum. Which is believable, but now I'm thinking that I made that up. But anyway, Harley, for sure. Strong, independent woman. Woman.
Alright, let's see here. Okay, so let's try to find someone else who would be a fair fight, but actually has powers now instead of like Joker and Harley Quinn with no powers.
Just called them out on their whole career. Nah.
What would you rate Doomsday's strength from a 1 to 10?
It depends on which version.
The strongest version.
Stronger than Superman.
Alright. Darkseid and Doomsday.
That'd be an interesting story, though, because in the animated films, if I remember correctly, Doomsday was actually made by Darkseid.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah. Obviously, in other versions, it's like, oh, this is Zod's child.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to have to go with Darkseid because although Doomsday is strong, he's still a mindless beast for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I can respect
And
that.
Darkseid is so super intelligent.
Yeah, I mean, he's the freaking Lord of Apocalypse, so I mean, it's gotta be.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. Alright, so we're agreeing on Darkseid?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Okay. Maybe last one, we're going on 25 minutes right now.
Alright.
How about, let's say, Brainiac Scarecrow.
Ooh.
But Scarecrow actually gets his fear
Yellow Lantern
toxin.
ring? Oh.
His fear toxin off on Brainiac.
Brainiac.
Alright, what if Scarecrow has his Yellow Lantern ring?
Then he has a chance because, for the most part, in most versions, Brainiac is just this is a robot or an android.
Little tentacle.
But you know, if we're looking at the but if we're looking at the organic version, you know, where it's an actual being, yeah, he would still lose.
Alright, so
But with the ring, he has a chance.
how slim is the chance?
like a 5% chance at winning.
Oh gosh. Hey, that's a little chance though.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe let's change Scarecrow, but keep Brainiac. Thanos with the stones. No, I'm just playing.
Brainiac would just send a frequency that like disables the stones or something. Did you know that in the comic books, Thanos had a helicopter?
Really?
Yeah.
Thanos copter.
Yeah. And people think, I'm not sure if this is true, but do you remember how in Endgame, um, Thor launched like a lightning attack and Thanos used his like double-ended sword to like spin it around?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was like an Easter egg or like kind of like a gag for like, get it, Thanos copter.
That's fine. Alright, actually let's scratch Brainiac. Let's go Bane and Venom.
Oh.
Oh.
Which Venom? Is it like the mindless beast or is it like
Actual
Agent
person
Venom?
possessed by.
No, that's why.
I mean, sorry. I'm thinking of the Venom
Like
as
Flash Thompson, Eddie Brock.
the most recent Venom movie that came out.
Flash Thompson.
Flash.
No.
Alright. Actually, hold on. Let's go Mindless
What's up?
Beast.
Damn, it's tough either way.
It is?
Yeah.
I knew it would be a good one, but I think it was that good. Because the way I'm thinking about it is, brute force against brute force. Maybe there could be some advantages for one of them, but at the same time, the other one has enough advantages to kind of even them out,
Yeah. And obviously, I'm assuming Bane has his Venom.
Of course.
All right.
Bane wouldn't be Bane without his Venom.
Actually, in Young Justice, he quit the Venom to like.
He quit the Venom.
Yeah, he quit Venom to like see his limitations. Not like that. It's just like he wants to see what he's capable of like without it.
He has to go to Venom's Anonymous.
Oh God, is that offensive? Yeah, who cares?
No, it's not. Hopefully it's not.
I'm gonna have to say Venom.
Alright.
Though. Yeah.
Alright. Why's that? Or what's your thinking process?
Well, Venom has like these like long range and close range abilities. He can harden his hands and whatnot to like make maces and swords and whatnot. And if we like stayed with Agent Venom can quite literally create missiles and shoot them from his shoulder like a turret gun. And
Damn.
assuming Bane doesn't know about the weakness to like supersonic disturbances. He's still gonna win.
Damn. Alright.
We'll pick this up in a later video, but yeah.
Alright, so I guess Venom wins.
Comment down below like any other hero or villain pair ups that like you want to see or hear. Since we aren't gonna animate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a nice day, guys.
Yep. Don't forget to check out our Instagram, check out our podcast, both On Your Last Nerve without any spaces, all lowercase. Podcast is on Spotify and I believe iTunes, and our Instagram is where we keep our out of context clips for our podcast. So go check them out, and we'll see you guys later.
See you guys.